Learn English through stories. Totem was a very simple and innocent boy. He was always getting into trouble with his father. No matter how hard he tried, he could never make his father happy. His two elder brothers used to tease him a lot about this. Totem's father was a rich merchant. He used to send ships laden with Indian spices and silk with fine gold and silver embroidery to countries all over the world. Totem's brothers accompanied the ships to distant lands. Totem used to see his brothers leave in ships laden with rich and expensive things while he was made to stay at home. This used to make him sad. He too wanted to visit different places. One day, he asked his father for a ship. He promised to bring back double the amount of money by selling his wares. Totem's father didn't believe him. How could somebody who is good for nothing sell his products for double the money? He thought loudly to himself. Totem's mother heard him. She was a very soft-hearted lady. She persuaded Totem's father to give him a ship so that he could do as he wished. Totem was given an old ship. The sails were torn and the mast had rusted and become weak. The cargo consisted of 5 big drums of salt because that was the cheapest thing available. The crew of the ship comprised of old, unskilled dockhands. Totem happily set sail in his own little ship. They sailed on the sea for 3 months. One day, as Totem was standing at the deck, he saw a strip of land far away. Totem ordered the ship to be steered in that direction. Next day, the ship anchored at the harbor of the prosperous town of Filwagar. It was a small town. The people were very friendly. Totem went to the local market. The shops were small but very neat and clean. The shopkeepers took great pride in showing off their wares to their customers. Totem bought small gifts for his family. He enjoyed himself thoroughly. It was the first time he had traveled so far away from home. It was evening time. Totem started feeling hungry. He and all his crew members sat down to have dinner in a small restaurant. As soon as they put the first morsel in their mouth, they realized that there was no salt in the food. The food was tasteless. When Totem asked for salt, he was surprised to find that people in this place didn't know anything about salt. Totem went to the ship and got some salt from one of the 5 big drums his father had given him. The next day, Totem was invited to the king's palace for dinner. As they sat down for the meal, Totem remembered the salt and put some of it in his soup. He then offered the salt to the king. The king and the queen got excited. When they tasted the soup with the salt, they loved the taste. The king wanted to buy all the salt that Totem had. "How much did you expect for this white substance you call salt?" he asked. Totem thought for a minute and replied, "My lord, give me gold coins double the weight of salt." The king was very pleased with the answer. He thought that Totem was being extremely foolish in selling this precious white powder so cheap. He immediately asked his ministers to arrange for the unloading of salt and to give double the weight of salt in gold coins to Totem. Totem then returned to his homeland with double the weight of salt in gold coins. Everyone was surprised to see that Totem had made a lot of money through salt. Now, Totem had become a useful member of his family at last. Let's have a look at the meaning of the words or phrases used in this story. You can take a screenshot of them